It grows. I don't think this can go, man.
All right, it says it's getting ready to perfect. All right, we're all right. So I think we're ready to go ahead and jump in. Let me send you this. I'll resend you the link for the live stream in case you want to send that out to some other people.
Yes, sir. Do they have to actually log on to the live stream in order to view it today, or?
No, they can just click on the link and it'll take them straight to it. They don't got to sign up or anything.
Okay. Is there no stop all phone calls?
All right, I just sent you the live stream link.
Okay.
Do you have your phone to do that, or?
What's that, sir? I'm
just
sorry.
texted you.
Yeah, we're actually streaming from the phone.
Okay, yeah, I just realized that. Well, you'll have the link anyways, but. All right, well, let's go ahead and kick it off. Coach, thanks for taking some time. Guys, welcome to another episode of the TBScouts show. I'm here with some of the coaching staff from Central Cabarrus, some 3A champs out in North Carolina, and they have a couple of players with them that are some scholar athletes and outstanding players. So just want to take a minute to, let the coach introduce himself and everybody introduce themselves. So Coach Jory Curry, I'll go ahead and let you kick it off with all the introductions.
Hello, sir. Or hello, everyone. My name is Coach Jory Curry, Central Cabarrus High School, Concord, North Carolina, assistant coach.
Hi, my name is Chase Daniel. I'm a guard/forward for Central Cabarrus basketball. Hey, I'm Carson Daniel, 2024. I'm a point guard, shooting guard for Central Cabarrus.
Hello, guys. Mike Glover here, assistant coach for Central Cabarrus, state champions.
Nice. And let's go ahead and lead with that. So y'all are the current 3A state champions right now in your area?
That is correct.
I guess just kind of talk a little bit about that run for this year.
It was really special, especially to us. I mean, a lot of our seniors last year and all the development we made, it was just real special. And then for it to end that way, and after beating like a bunch of big teams this year, it was just real special for us. Yeah, I say to build on to that, the loss to West Charlotte last year really gave us the motivation to want to win this year. Having it be our last year for a bunch of the starters, the seniors, that meant so much to them to have them on our team, and just the grind that even over the summer, all the practices and workouts that led up to the game, it just meant everything to us.
What class are y'all?
Class of 2024, so juniors.
Okay, and after this year, then you'll be going into your senior year for next year then.
Sure.
Coach Curry, can you just take a minute and just talk a little bit about your team? I know that you're a real humble guy, but from our conversations, your team has just been amazing, these past few years. You guys won the state championship this year, but you guys have had great seasons leading up to this. So, I'm here in San Antonio. We have viewers from all over the country. But for those that don't know much about Central Cabarrus in North Carolina, can you give your school a proper introduction?
Yes, sir. We're Central Cabarrus. We're a 3A school here in North Carolina. Classifications here in North Carolina go to 4A. So with us being 3A, we came this year We're coached by Coach Jim Baker, who had 30 plus years of college experience. He came 6 years ago. We came here as a staff, myself, Coach Phil Watson, Coach Mike Glover, and the head coach, of course, is Coach Jim Baker. We came here, and it was just all about building setting the tone, getting the right tone to win the state championship. Last year, we made it to the Final Four. We lost in the Final Four to a very good team, West Charlotte, here in Charlotte, North Carolina. We finished the year 30-1. The guys came back, like Carson said, we were very motivated, the coaching staff, as well as the ball players. We came and like from day one, everyone was grinding. Everyone we knew exactly what we wanted. And it was either state championship or bust. So this year we finished 32-0. We won the state championship. We finished number 15 in max preps in the nation. And I mean, it's just a blessing, man. To be around these guys, it's a blessing, and it's like a family. These young men, we don't have issues out of these young men at school. We here at Central Cabarrus, we preach and we practice student athletes first. The two young men that you see here last semester, the lowest grade that they had, and they're twins, the lowest grade that they had was a 94. I think overall, as a team on varsity, we may have a 3.2 or a 3.3 GPA. And that's a testament at how hard that these young men work in the classroom and on the basketball court. So, you know, we just grind, and we play some really good teams along the way. And these young men, they just wanted it. They just wanted it, sir.
Well, congrats to the student athletes for maintaining such a, good academics and everything. And congrats to the team for such an outstanding record. Just to kind of reiterate, so this season that y'all won state, y'all went 32-0.
Sir.
That's can't get much better than that. Undefeated on the season and state championship to finish it off. Now, this wasn't the first season that you guys had like an amazing record. I know you already said it, but this season was 32-0. You want to just say what you guys did like the season before and before that?
Last year we were 26-0 coming into the playoffs. We got to 30, and then we lost the Final Four game, finished 30-1, which even though it was a heartbreaking loss, it was still a great season to reflect on. But even the year before that, we won our conference tournament. We finished, I want to say, 12-2. Which is still a decent season, especially with like coming out of COVID. But I mean, it just speaks to how well we win and how hard we play.
Definitely. Also, just kind of going back, Coach, you mentioned that in North Carolina, I guess you guys go up, the top division is 4A.
Correct.
See, that's a little bit different than here in Texas, because we go all the way up to 6A.
Correct. Yes, sir.
So somebody watching, they might hear that you guys are 3A champs, and that's not 3A in Texas terms. That's 3A in your guys' terms, which is more like 5A, I would say, probably in our terms.
Yes, sir. It's more like 5A in the state of Texas. I'm originally from Texas. I was brought here to North Carolina. I retired out of the military, out of Fort Bragg, actually. I retired from Fort Bragg. And so that's what brought me here to North Carolina. But I played against the greats, man. I was there. We played against Shaquille O'Neal. They were in our conference or our district. Some of my friends were on that great 88, 89 team, the John Jay team that made it to state and lost in the state game. I was there to see all the heroic acts and the great acts by Tony Terrell and those guys. So I actually went to high school in San Antonio. My brother was Damone Curry. Some of the listeners in San Antonio may remember his name, Damone Curry. We graduated from Lackland High School at the time.
Nice. Yeah, you I didn't know that you were from San Antonio.
Yes, sir. I was originally from Houston. My mother was in the military, so we moved there. My freshman year, I guess, is when we started going to Lackland. I think we moved back to San Antonio when I was in the 8th grade. So people from San Antonio know I went to Pease Middle School with Nathan Bennett and Michael Burden and all those guys. They may remember those guys' name. And yes, sir. So from the 8th grade, I was in San Antonio, Texas.
Nice. And you mentioned that you played against Shaq, and he went to school here at Cole High School, which is 3A, a Texas 3A school.
Yes, sir.
Now it's classified as 3A, but that's cool that you played against Shaq and some of the John Jay. Oh, you went to John Jay, or you played against John Jay?
A lot of the guys at John Jay at that time, Byron Campbell, Bo Outlaw. I mean, we were really good friends. So, we would play at Lackland at the Warhawk Gym. They would come over and we would just play pickup games there with some of the guys in the Air Force.
Nice. Do you keep in touch with any of the coaches here? Because the coaching community is pretty tight knit here. But do you know any of the high school coaches here in San Antonio?
I'm sorry about that, sir.
No, you're good.
Actually, David Martinez, who's at Atacosia.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yes, sir. Near Houston, Texas. I went to middle school with him.
Atascocita. I think it's called Atascocita or something like that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But other than that, no, sir. I can't say I know any of the basketball coaches there in Texas.
Well, maybe a lot of them watch the show and tune in, so maybe they will get to know you, and who knows what kind of relationships can come out of that.
Yes, sir.
Cool. Well, Coach, what would you what's one thing that you kind of one point you want to get across? I think it was good to bring you guys all on the show to just, number one, give you guys your flowers for winning the state championship this year. But, you as the coach, and I know, we've had several conversations, but what's one thing that you want to let the listeners know today?
Me personally, man, it's very rare, when you're around basketball on this level to be around a group of kids that understand and respect the game in a manner that it's beautiful to watch. When you are able to sit on the bench and watch what we used to say, poetry in motion, it's a beautiful thing. And these guys here at Central Cabarrus, if I wanted anybody to hear anything, just know if you are ever able to watch these guys play, you will be pleased. Any college coaches, if you need a really good basketball player, they're here. These guys are resilient. They're great athletes and even better students and even greater young men. So it would be an honor for anyone to add them to their program. And it's just been an amazing ride. And I wish these guys the best.
Definitely. And I'll be sure to link up Carson and Chase, your guys' information, and Coach. I'll link to your guys' max preps in the description and everything, so that any college coaches that might be looking for players can check you guys out.
Yes, sir.
Coach Curry, you have anything you want to add?
Yeah, I just double what Coach Glover said. These guys, man, we've been around these guys now for the full 4 years. In an era where it's popular to leave your home school and to play with the private school sector, to go and play private school ball because maybe you think there are better players or you may receive better offers. These guys stuck together as brothers, and they accomplished their goal to win state. So to go 32-0 and stay together, we've been with the Twins now for 3 years here at Central. I've known the Twins since maybe the 3rd grade, since they were in the 3rd grade. But to have these guys here at Central and to accomplish the mission, it's great. I mean, it was great. Not only them, but to have the 5 who are actually leading us, and I'll name them, Jaden Thompson, Gavin Bullock, Eli Ford, Micah Murray, and Adriel Miller, those 5 seniors. To be with those guys, man, and just to grow as a family, it's been a wonderful ride. I mean, you couldn't ask for anything better here as a basketball team.
What do you think makes your team so special, other than you being part of the coaching staff?
I think what makes it so special is our culture. I mean, when you come in and you watch us practice, you see all the hard work and sweat and effort we put into it. But something you see us smiling and just constantly having fun while we're like working hard still. And even like during games, we're running up the floor, we're laughing, we're throwing lobs, hitting threes, and it's like the best like feeling you can have towards basketball.
Yeah, culture is important.
And then just to add on to that, of course, the chemistry here is amazing. And then I'll just say that just to add on the hard work and the effort that we show. We trapped the whole game pretty much, all 94 feet. The trust we have with that is amazing, to get backside and to take charges and to block shots. Just how we're always sprinting, always talking, always trusting someone to knock down the shot or guard their man and to cover backside again. It's special what we have over here.
And I will double sir and say, they're on max preps. We're number 1 in the nation in scoring. We're number 1 or 2 in assists. So these guys are so unselfish that they'd rather pass the ball and see their teammate than to actually score. These guys have to actually score themselves. I mean, like Coach Glover said, it's like poetry in motion. It's old school basketball when you come to Central Cabarrus. We want to beat you down with defense, and on the other end, we want to pass the ball around and make you work so hard on defense that we're either getting a layup or wide open shots. It's very rare that you'll see someone on the team taking a bad shot, because that's something that we've worked on for years. We worked on that in practice, getting open shots. And the guys, I think the guys are really, really good at it. And they displayed it this year by, like I said, being number 1 in scoring and either number 1 and 2 in the nation in assists. I think we averaged somewhere close to 27 assists a game. That's almost unheard of at the high school level.
One more quick thing on that, piggyback on that, is that the special thing about these kids is nobody cares who gets that shot. Man, they're so unselfish, but nobody really cares. And it could be someone that just came off the bench into the game, and they'll swing that thing to them because they're open, not because they haven't been in the game. Or somebody that's been in the game, they'll swing it to them because they're open. It's just so unselfish. It's so magnificent to see, especially when you've been doing this for so long and you know how hard it is to get a group of guys to actually play together and understand that everybody wants their child to score. But this team, it doesn't matter. That's one of the biggest reasons why we're successful, because it doesn't matter. Everybody is just trying to make the right play. That's beautiful.
And
yeah, that is.
I'm sorry.
Oh no, go ahead, Coach.
I'm sorry. And just, to finish what we were saying here is that, like I said, we're 3A here, which is equivalent to maybe 5A in the state of Texas. Our tallest starter is 6'3". We played everyone from 6'8" all the way up to 7 footers. But we all work together as one to accomplish the mission. I mean, if you can go on YouTube and check out Central Cabarrus basketball, and you'll see us working together. I guess Carson is. You think you're our shortest starter?
Yeah.
He's our shortest starter at 6 foot, And the tallest starter we have is 6'3". We played a really good team, Northwood, in the state championship this year. Their starting lineup was 7 foot, 6'8", 6'6", and the 6'6" guy is already committed as a junior to North Carolina. And then there was another maybe 6'4", 6'5", and the point guard was Sato.
He was not. So he might be 5'10", maybe.
Okay. Point guard was 5'10", and we found a way. And again, sir, they are a really good team. They're a really good team. And we just found a way. We just kept chipping at the stone, and we got it done.
Yeah, well, that speaks to the chemistry, just the bonding. And, I believe that you beat tough teams because you can't win a state championship and beat easy teams. That's good to hear you guys beat teams that had college commits on it, bigger guys, but it goes to show that the way that you have coached them to play as a unit together, 5 is better than 1.
Yes, sir, that's correct. Yeah, and again, sir, that's a testament to, and I'm sorry, I must do it. It's these guys and their coaching in the AAU, from AAU until when they come over to us. And if I could just again give shouts out to the Central Cabarrus coaching staff, Coach Jim Baker, Coach Phil Watson, Coach Mike Glover, and I'll throw myself in, but these guys are great. These guys, it's not just about basketball at Central Cabarrus. We want you to be great human beings. We want you to be productive in society. So when we're not doing anything basketball, we're with these young men and we're trying to teach them life, to be better people. And so that's what you get here at Central Cabarrus.
That's pretty unique. Going to it's bigger than basketball. The mentorship that you guys provide shows that you care. And, those student athletes are very lucky to have men like yourselves that will take the initiative to make them better people, because if you guys don't do it, they may not ever get that instruction from anyone else. So that goes back. That's why we all love basketball so much, because basketball is just one part of it, but the relationships, the learning that you get along the way, the lessons that you learn, it's a lot bigger than basketball. So I'm glad to hear that you are actually teaching life skills to help, everyone be prepared for real life. So I guess on a interesting, fun, and side note, you guys got invited to some national championship that is a nationwide, very selective tournament competition. Can you talk a little bit about what that is?
It is, I believe, the Battle of the Throne, I believe it's called. It's, I want to say, the best 15 or some teams in the nation, or going down to Atlanta to play. We're real excited. Even if we do go out and don't do as well, it's still, we're going to come out and compete, play our game, and just almost show that we can play on that level, and just leave everything we have out on the floor is just to show that who we are. Yeah, to add on to that, there's really, really good teams going down there. John Marshall, who's ranked #1 on Max Preps, is down there. Camden with DJ Wagner. Columbus with the 2 Boozer twins. Jared McCain and their teams down there. Wheeler with Isaiah Collier, I believe that's his name. Just a whole bunch of talent. The chance to just go and compete just means a lot to us. It really just shows that we just want to keep playing and play as long as we can.
That's special, man. I mean, I know that there's schools here that have won championships, state championships, but I haven't heard of any schools that I personally know that have been invited to some kind of national tournament like that. So that's an honor that you guys get to go out there to Atlanta and play with some of those big names. Coach Curry, I think you were saying that tournament, is that something that was organized like by the NBA Players Association?
Yes, sir. Was it the NBA Players Association?
I think it's I don't know if it's the association, but I know Baron Davis is heading it up with someone else. I can't remember.
Crawford, right? Jamal Crawford.
I don't know.
Okay.
It may be, but I know Baron Davis has a lot to do with it. But I know it has something to do with the NBA. It's a huge event. And you're nationally crowned the best high school in the country if you win it. So I mean, the honor of just being invited is it's almost like going to the NCAA playoffs in itself. Just to get in is amazing, and if you're lucky enough to advance at all, it's just a beautiful accomplishment. So it's just an honor for a little small 3A school that they call us here to even be invited. But I know when you're leading the country in scoring in high school and top 3 in assists, it probably helped the case.
Yeah. And I was just, trying to get to the point where if there's some top name schools and Carson and Chase, you guys mentioned some schools that have some high profile players like DJ Wagner and stuff like that. I'm pretty sure at that event, if all those top schools and top players, there's going to be like scouts, basketball professionals there. So just from like an exposure standpoint, you guys are going to be able to compete and be on the same stage with people that are being, nationally scouted by ESPN, NBA, all kind of scouts. So I think that's just an awesome experience to be able to have as a high school player that you guys will always be able to have as a good memory. So congrats, kudos to all of you. And like you said, it is like your own little Sweet 16 championship, NCAA type of championship. It's not NCAA, but you know what I mean?
I know that Beaumont United, they'll be there, as well as, I can't remember the team from Dallas that'll be there, but they'll be there. 2 very good teams out of Texas.
Oh yeah, I saw Beaumont last year. I think that they won. I think Beaumont might have won state in 5A or something. I forget. I was there for a 5A school that got beat by one of the Dallas teams, but that's cool if Beaumont's going to be there. I know that they're real solid.
Yes, sir.
So what's going through your guys' mind, like leading up to that, preparing for that? Coach, are y'all going to be able to go with them on that trip or?
Right now, we can go, but we're not going in the capacity as coaches. We can't be coaches. So we're going to have a parent, actually, or someone who is affiliated but not affiliated with the program. So no one on the coaching staff will be able to coach these young men. So we basically have to go. We will be represented there as a club team, I guess, quote unquote, club team when we get there. So we're playing under the name NC Vikings.
Nice. Well, that's cool. And yeah, we know that it's just kind of like with summer ball, or not summer ball, but like, what do they call it here? Before our seasons kick off, they kind of have like the schools compete in like a fall league type of thing. And it's the same type of thing, with the coaching and stuff like that. But at least you guys will be able to be there and see and just share that experience. And again, that's just a very special time that you guys will always, be able to remember. What type of things are you guys doing to like prepare for that?
I know a lot of us have been watching film, especially on these big name schools with like big access to almost half their games. And we're staying in the gym as much as possible, keeping the ball in hand, just trying to tighten our skills and keep them up to that level that we was at. And we're just gonna go down there and leave it all on the floor, compete as our last, I guess, tournament or a few games together, and just have as much fun as we can.
Nice. I'm looking right now to see for those watching at home, looks like it's called The Throne. I see at The Throne Hoops. I don't know if that's a Twitter handle or not, but looks like the tournament begins on March 29th on FS1 and NBA TV. So everybody watching at home, you guys can tune in to NBA TV or FS1, which is, I'm guessing, like Fox Sports. where these, this team right here, these two student athletes will be playing nationally televised. So it's a big deal. Now I look forward to seeing you guys on TV on March 29th. I know that the brackets and everything are still kind of coming out, but I'm definitely going to be looking for the NC Vikings when that airs.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Cool. Well, we can go ahead and kind of wind it down. But before we do that, I do want to give everybody the opportunity to just say something that, if you didn't get a chance to get it out during the show, if you have any shout outs or just any messages you want to get across. And like I mentioned before, I'll be sure to link all of your guys' info below so that any college coaches that's looking for some solid players, they can watch you guys, because you'll still have your senior year next year to go out there and play, so they can watch you and then hopefully make you an offer as well.
Okay, sir, I'll start it off. To anyone watching who needs game managers or someone who plays the game hard-nosed, old school, we have 2 all-conference players here. What's your GPA? It's about 3.5. 3.9 GPA, 3.8 GPA. They're great student athletes. Not only that, but the team is full of unselfish student athletes that's on and off the court. I'd be remiss if I did not mention that our quote unquote 7th man off the bench this year, Desmond Kent Jr., he ended up being the MVP of the state championship game. That's how unselfish that these young men are. That the 7th man on the bench can come off the bench and play in the game to be the leading scorer on the team and receive the MVP trophy. These guys don't care about how many points they score. They care about wins. And I think their record, these 2 young men, their record in the last 3 years was
70, I want to say 70 something and maybe 4 or 3 losses.
Yeah. The last 3 years, their record is like 73-3 for these 2 young men. But they're winners. And I know sometimes, because I'm from Texas, so everything in Texas for me is bigger and better. It's huge. Hook 'em, go Cougs. But again, there's basketball in North Carolina. There's basketball. There are great basketball players in North Carolina. And these guys have played against the best. Right now in this era, they played against some of the bigger names, some of the best basketball players. And again, to go 73-3 in 3 years and still have your senior year ahead of, it's almost unheard of, But we have a team full of great student athletes. If you're looking for a great student athlete and someone who's going to come in and give you 100% night in and night out, please check us out, Central Cabarrus Vikings.
I just want to say shout out to the whole Viking Nation, man. Much appreciated for all the love and support that they've shown us. It's been a great, great ride. I definitely got to show love to our statistician, our bookkeeper, the people that don't get the recognition that help keep things moving in the right direction for a program like this. I want to say thank you and give a great shout out to them. Definitely to the coaches. For just staying together and it's hard. I think I tweeted something before and said, is it okay to argue with somebody or disagree and still be friends? This group around here doesn't hold grudges. I mean, we can fall out, we can argue, we can disagree, but at the end of the day, we can come together and we do what we feel is best to help the program, and the kids are the same way. And I apologize. I'm gonna go back and our statistician, Brown Glover, our bookkeeper, Miss Lori, I call her Miss Lori, but it's Miss Lori Davis, and Jury Curry, Jim Baker, Phil Watson, those guys, this crew is phenomenal. To our boosters, to all the team moms, it's a lot of them, man. They all help. They help feed the kids. I mean, there's so much that goes into making things work right, and you just gotta show love and appreciation to all of those people and then the fans and all of that. So if you ever get an opportunity to check us out, please do. Thank you for having us on here. We really appreciate it. The kids, man, I just shout out to all the kids. I gave them all nicknames, but you'll hear about them. These two guys right here, of course, we'll be back. We're gonna make another run at it. Be looking for us.
Definitely will do. And just to I'm sorry, just before Carson and Chase, y'all say something, Coach Lever, I just want to just add on to what you said about giving shout outs to, like you said, the statistician, the people that help keep stats, maybe help with film, maybe help with making sure everybody's fed. It takes a village. And I think that's one thing that, outsiders may not see, that when you have a basketball team, every little piece is so important. Like even the person that's taking stats, those stats really matter. And that's an important role, just like the coaching is an important role. The player is an important role. So when everybody works together, that's how you guys achieve greatness. And I'm sure that's a significant part in how you guys have achieved so much greatness as a team over the years. So I wanted to just jump in there and just give another shout out to those people that help out with some of those roles that don't always get as much attention, like the ones keeping stats and the ones making sure everything is organized, because that's critically important, especially the stats these days when it comes to recruiting and stuff like that. It's good to have good game film, highlights, videos, but you also got to have those stats. And if nobody's taking those stats, that's just another opportunity that you could be missing out on. So those people are important. So big shout out to all those people that help the team.
Thank you.
And to add on to Coach Tay, I just wanted to say thank you as well for having us on here. Big shout out to Viking Nation for all the support that they've shown us over these past few years. It means the world. I want to say thanks to our trainer as well, Jason. He's a huge help. And then also just the coaching staff, man. We wouldn't be as good as we are now with the system that we run, and how it just feeds off of how we were taught growing up to play hard, to full court press, all that. And I want to say just thank you for the brothers on the team that we have, and how they all come together when we need each other to just make a run at everything we do. And to add on to that, I want to say thank you for having us, of course. And then thank you to all our teammates, all 12 of them, who just be there for one another, whether it's on the court, off the court, whether we're, in the hallway working on, in our classroom, working on work, or we're out here trying to get each other better after practice, before practice, yelling at each other to get moving, and then joking about it later. Or our coaching staff, having outbursts about us and then hugging it out at the end of practice. It just is so special to us to be here in this culture and win like we do, just together.
Cool. Well, thank you guys for coming on. I'm glad we had a chance to meet and just start this relationship. I'm gonna, do my best to help get you guys out there as a program so that people from across the nation can tune in to Central Cabarrus this year, and going forward. So y'all keep up the great work, man. Y'all seem like one family. And that's a great thing to see in these, today's age. You don't always see a lot of family and love and stuff like that as much as we want to. So it's very heartwarming to see a team like you guys with such a strong bond. So keep up the great work, everybody. All right, so we'll go ahead and finish off with that. Again, to everyone at home, thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more updates. And as we get closer to that March 29th tournament, which is March 29th, that's like a week from now, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Next week.
That's real close. So I didn't realize it was that going to be that close. So I'll be turning on and providing some updates for you guys as well. So again, thanks for the time, y'all, and I really enjoyed it. Y'all take care.
Thank
Okay.
you. Thank you.
There you go. Brother, how